Let's continue with Module 2, installing PHP, database, web server, and everything you need in order to get Laravel working. As part of this course, my goal was to help automate the whole installation process by using a bash script. Unfortunately, I hit a snag where there appears to be an issue with WSL when you have apt-get install as part of a bash script. Every time install command is logged, it's unable to locate the package. Therefore, I unfortunately had no choice but to follow through the installations process instead of using the script, but to manually paste everything into the bash console. So I'm going to now walk you through the installation process. I've tried to speed things up where appropriate, and I will be adding some of my comments to the during the whole installation process. Another point that I'd like to highlight is the fact that I installed Ubuntu 20 in the last video, but there are issues with Ubuntu version 20 and MySQL. So I have since uninstalled my personal dev environment on Ubuntu 18 and reinstalled it, and we will now pick up from there with the fresh Ubuntu 18 install. Thank you. So we'll start out by putting in my username and password to get Ubuntu up and running. And now that that's done, we'll begin the whole installation process. So we'll update the packages and upgrade our packages, which actually takes a long time, but through Camtasia Magic, here we are. We installed the PHP repo, and now we update the repository to pick it up and install PHP 7.4. There you see the version is installed. We are now installing the Redis server. That's also installed. Now we're installing Supervisor. That's installed as well. And now Node.js, NPM. And we can see the NPM version is installed. And now we're installing Oh My Z Shell. I love this. It looks much better in my opinion. Some of the associated fonts, the theme, cloning in the theme, copying the default ZSHRC file. And now let's install all our PHP modules or extensions. Awesome. So the final step is to kind of run an update and moving on to installation of MySQL server. So I've installed version 5.7, and we will now install some dependencies for the web server, which I will be using Laravel Valet or the WSL version of that. So some of these past installs are to support that Valet to work. So now we have installed Composer and checking that PHP is working. It's working fine. Let's clean up after ourselves, clear the cache, and make Oh My Z Shell the default. Let's amend the RC file, and we need to make sure that the global composer bin path is part of the path. And so here you can see the global composer directory vendor bin, and we're going to also paste in a little command that disables this error message that pops up. So I just put that in there, and then I prefer the Agnoster theme, so I made the update there and save. and we are good. So now we just need to change the permissions to the global composer directory, kind of reload um, the the whole Ubuntu, install Laravel installer, install Valet. And as you can see, it's Valet WSL that I've installed, not Valet Linux or Laravel Valet for Windows or Mac. And now that that's done, we just need to update the permission to the update script, and we should be able to install Valet. I made a mistake here. I did sudo. We don't need sudo for this, so just Valet install will do. And little bit of Camtasia magic, and we're done.